wait a minute. So I wanna know, this song is so good. Who did you work with? Like, oh my god! Who did you work with? Like, who made the beat? I've got so many questions, but who made the beat first?
My manager in Kulego found a producer called H2O from Tembisa. It's just producer was the guy H2O, and then the recording studio was also a studio in Tembisa called Seventh Wave. Shakespeare and Kosi was the guy that did the mastering quality stuff, and then the bars is me.
What?
Yeah.
This is so good. Like, it's extremely
Thank you
good.
so
I promise you. If I didn't know it was Team Angry, I was thinking some American, I don't know what. It's proper. Okay, so there's one of the lines where you're saying eating avocados with asparagus. Really?
It's not a statement. It's like,
Really?
do we have to like look good for the cameras for them to take us seriously first? Do we have to like eat those kind of food for them to take us seriously? That was more a question on,
So do you think that?
us out with,
Do you think that the media industry as a whole, like now we're talking about the media industry as a whole, do you think that you have to be some sort of famous to make it? Do you think the media only opens up space for people who have already made it, or do you think that
who have put together some sort of bio?
Okay.
That's for if you want the organic, pass. But if you want the free pass, it's more if you related, if you or sexual relations, those kind of things. Yeah. But then it's just like that everywhere. Not just the media, but like to get in, you need to have some sort of work that shows, or potential that shows that they could benefit as well from whatever it is that you're bringing to the table. But if
so, it's almost like I'm gonna give you this, but what am I giving you in return?
in return, yes.
So what are you gonna give me for giving you this?
Yes. But then there are people that just have a free pass through having relations or have been related from birth. And those kind of things.
Kind of privileges.
Yes.
But some of us lack. Sorry.
Which I would advise, if you're that privileged, don't dwell on that. Prove to people that you're not just there because you're related to whoever it is that you're related to. So that would be like my ultimate conclusion about the media industry. I think you only get in if you worked enough. Because even like since we based here at the Mobile Pressing, we meet a lot of celebrities, a lot of them, and initially before we understood properly what is this industry is about, we would get excited when we see one. We think maybe when we see him and be like, yeah, I'm Team Angry, and
does not care. But they actually don't care, right?
Because they probably like meet a lot of people. First point is that they meet a lot of people like that, and most of them aren't as good as they claim to be, and then they generalize that all of you guys, just say the same thing about your stuff. But with that being said, they also not of any help if you really, really look at it, because they also are artists. Yes, yeah. They also are artists.
They need to benefit.
Yes,
they're not managers.
Yeah, meeting or those people, and also this whole featuring thing. We thought maybe fire make them high. We thought if you're nice and you get to an artist that's already there, and you're like I can make with you like beautiful music that could make both of us money. They like nah. There's a reason they say you only get a feature if it only makes sense to feature you. So my understanding is maybe until you've grown enough.
Yes, so I think from them saying you only get featured if it makes sense to feature you, is that if I feature you now, how am I going to benefit? How will it make sense for me to feature you? Because obviously you're an upcoming artist.
Yes.
I need to first feature someone who has already been established.
Thing is, my understanding of this whole industry is that there's no such thing as an upcoming artist. I don't look at myself as an upcoming artist.
You should never.
An upcoming artist to me is probably somebody who's still learning to make music. Then you're still upcoming. But if you make better music than people that are, artists that are there, then who's upcoming? I don't think my being big will be determined by the number of people that know me, because I will still be giving people the same stuff that I'm giving them now. It's just that a lot of them will have caught up with me, you know. So with that being said, I just want to say that like there's no such thing as being big, you know. So I think it would make even better sense to feature an artist who is there because this, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be saying this, but you know, we have so much beautiful music that's, you know, I believe is worth a lot of money because I took time, you know, constructing that music. It's after this mixtape. This mixtape is all about my introduction and, you know, things.
So
But
you
then
are.
on the album, I was more musical, you know, more matured, more you know,
Lyrical?
yeah, more lyrical. But then there's lyrics there. There's rhymes there. They are more, you know, musical and just getting people to feel new feelings that they never thought they'd feel through music because I just took my time in incorporating every element that I think is key to be, you know, had in music because my music is not, since it's hip hop, it's not just composed of elements that you find in just hip hop, you know. I've taken stuff from gospel, from house, from jazz, any element that I feel is key, and I know that it gives you that feeling, you know. I make sure that I incorporate that and, you know, come out with the proper product after all. There's no song that you can skip that we've made because we've understood that it's normal for an artist ever since we've been growing up that when you buy an album, there has to be like 3 songs that you know, and then there's these ones that you have, or maybe they catch you when you're cleaning or on a lazy day that, oh, this one is actually also.
You're like, is it
We
the
don't
same
want
album?
that. We don't want that with the music, about music. We want every single song. You understand why I made it. I took my time because why spend time making a song if it's just that song ANG playlist number of my album, track list.
Yeah.
You know, so we try and make sure that every song, you know, before it hits us proper, we don't release it. You know, so even with the album that I'm saying is coming after Afami Come High, it's beautiful stuff that we put for people there. Touched on different concepts, you know, touched on things that I feel are crucial. There's a song, one of the songs that touches on paranoia. You know, to think about it, paranoia is a very, very huge element that if you haven't dealt with it properly, then it can determine a lot of, it can dictate a lot of the outcome of your life.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of people that have missed out on huge opportunities because they scared of amehlo abantu, you know, being looked at, and eyes only look, they don't bite.
They don't bite. They don't do anything to you.
Yeah. So if people can understand the importance, because people do know that it's good to not be paranoid around people, but they don't understand the importance of actually practicing that. Because people say no, you know, like you know, but when you put them there,
Sorry to cut you. Paranoia is a two gun.
Yes. When you're nervous around people, or you know, shy and you can't function properly.
Yeah.
You know, but when you're indoors, who's valid, you this one other person. You know, so people do know that it's important to, you know, beat paranoia, but they don't understand how important it is to get that right. That can actually determine, you know, the amount of even wealth that you can accumulate in your life. Paranoia, just that alone.
Yeah. Okay, so before we get deep,
Yes.
before we get deeper, I want to know, where do you see Team Angry? Let's say if I was to say to you, so in 5 years' time, we're sitting again in an interview. The station, a different station.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. If I were to interview you in 5 years' time,
Yeah,
in 5 years from now, where would you want to see yourself? Where would you like to see yourself performing? Who would you like to perform with?
Whew.
And what would you think your net worth would be at that time?
Net worth.
Let's start with that one. Whew. Let's break the net worth. I want to know how much you think you're worth in 5 years.
Net worth wise, because I am hoping that I never get to be signed.
Yeah? Okay, wait, hold up. You just dropped a bomb. What did you just say?
I just hope I don't get signed.
You don't get signed.
Yes.
Why?
Because,
You don't get signed by a record label, you mean?
yes.
Why?
Because, because like there's a huge chunk of money that I feel they take from me for a little effort that they put in. for you.
Okay.
Yes, and it's a ridiculous percentage. I honestly feel, because when I look at what I've done for myself so far with the funds, the little funds that we've been accumulating, we've done better work than what they do for artists, and I see a lot of artists that aren't, living like an artist should, and that's sad to think about it. So I don't want to put myself in there when I'm just looking at it and seeing it.
Okay, so we've done a lot of interviews here on the Groundbreakers, right?
Yes.
A lot of artists come here,
Yes.
and everyone wants to get signed.
Yes.
You coming here today on a blue Wednesday, I think it's purple already.
Yeah.
And you're
Could
like,
be getting a little bit green.
and you're like, I don't want to get signed.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm thinking, what?
We have actually.
Who doesn't want to get signed? Like, KP is just who? Like, I understand that everyone talks about the fact that like record labels take up a huge chunk of your money, which I have a problem with also.
Yes.
I'm not an artist,
Yes.
but I have a problem with that as well. But I want people to get signed, to get money, regardless of whether the record label will take it, but just for you to make an income, to make a living for yourself and for the manager, for you to pay your manager.
Just to get my point across, let me just quickly
Yes.
drop a few random names. Just compare Casper and MT.
Okay.
One of them is signed, I think the other one isn't, or is distribution or whatever kind of stuff.
Okay.
But then the amount of time that they've been blown up for is almost the same, or if
Okay.
but
Give or
there's a
take.
huge difference
Mm.
in terms of what they've managed to accomplish for themselves. And the nice thing about, or the sad thing about the whole being signed thing is that it's easy for an artist like Tim Angry to quickly make the amount that took you 10 years to make in a year, and make an amount that you're going to be making in the next 10 years in the next 6 months, and then but with that being said, I'm only going to accumulate just to get freedom from the stuff that we face on earth. You need to have money and stuff. It's not for the money, but I've just tried to figure out a way to generate funds that are enough to sustain a life, and not have a record label guy telling me what not to say, or who not to speak to, or how
So
to
you want
behave.
you want your free will as an artist.
Basically, yes. I feel like everyone on earth is entitled to do what they please, but then it all goes back to the choices we make, because guys, when they go into this music thing, they don't know what they're getting themselves into.
Okay.
They just like the people going crazy about
The
you.
fame.
But now likes is not, the rands, or
So
dollars.
you want
like that.
rands, you want dollars, not
No,
likes.
I just want the freedom that's brought by the rands, not the rands per se. I
Okay.
know with those papers, you
can do whatever.
get your way around. So I've understood that that's how people function. So if I found a way to get those papers, then I'll just accumulate as much as I can, which is not through getting signed.
Wow.
Because we have
No,
been
like,
to some,
wow.
Few record labels, big ones, and the numbers that they mentioned there, they're not, basically what they do is they want to catch you when you're still hungry, they understand that we niggas from the hood, sorry,
Yeah, it's okay.
that we guys from the
It's
hood,
okay.
and then if I show you like 5 zeros for the first time in your life, if you've never made 3,000 rands,
5,000.
I mean,
Five zeros
yeah,
is a lot.
plus there's this dividends thing, they give you, and then when you get home with like 500, 700K that you just got like this because you make music, you're a life changer, you're successful, but then
You've made it.
from a short view,
Uh-huh.
it looks like that, but then if you're gonna continue making the music, they're probably gonna be giving you around your 25 or 50K a month. Then you make up a total of around two mil, maybe throughout the process of you making an album and you having gotten that advance. You've cost them 2 million, right?
Okay.
And then you make 10 million. Since they are some are entitled to 93% of your total revenue, it means you get 700K on top of their 700K and the other 2 million. So you just made 2.7 million then they got the rest, which is 7.3. And if in a fair world, you know, if they did those efforts, maybe can't they take maybe at least 40, 20, you know?
Okay.
Because it's not like hard work of picking things up. It's just them saying, okay, we hear he's good, and then we use our name to say he's good. So just for that, you know,
You pay to be
you need
part
to
of
pay
the
like
name.
93% of your money. So I don't think that'll, you know, cost me. It'll take me enough time to get the things that I feel I need to get as well.
Okay. Moving from the money, the net worth seems very complicated. Let us go to where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? So who's Tim Angry gonna be in the next 5 years?
Definitely in the next 5 years I will have accumulated enough audience, you know, to follow the brand, and I think the only thing that would have changed is maybe me having grown a little from some things that I've reached conclusions to, because you know we always try and grow. But that after, besides that, I'll just be the same guy living the same life, coming here still, but with a bigger audience that's aware of what's happening, because we still, you know, hidden and enjoying this. Because I think when I'm gonna be, you know, in front of the camera, I won't be able to have ashy lips sometimes. And I don't wanna,
Walk around looking.
you know, act like I'm not normal. I don't like that. But then, besides that, I feel like the only difference will just be the number of people who follow the brand or who know of it.
Okay, so quickly before we close,
Please,
can you just give us your handles? Where can people find you?
please, people, please.
Whenever you're having an event, where do we get you? How do we get a hold of you?
Friday, actually, we're performing right here at Croco Blue here in Kandy.
Upstairs?
Yes, yes.
It's actually downstairs.
Downstairs, yes.
Okay.
Yes, we're performing right here in Kandy. And then the most important part, I think people need to make that little effort and visit our social media pages, because we're basically everywhere. You can find us on YouTube, your iTunes, Tidal, music, what is it? Amazon, Google Play, all of those. Just search TIM Angry. And then on Facebook, it's just TIM Angry. Instagram, it's at real_Tim_Angry. And then on Twitter, it's at real_Tim_Angry. And then on YouTube, it's just Tim Angry. And then please check out on our music videos, because we have the song that they've played. It's actually available on YouTube. It's very, 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 very sick music video. So Find Make Him High music video. Check out the music videos that we did for the Gravy mixtape as well, because there's 2 that we did last year. They're too nice. You know, we stick to concepts. You know, you make sure that we put you through some world for those few minutes. Then you tap out.
You tap out. You make people tap out.
If you can't take the
You make people tap
you
out.
get out the kitchen.
Damn.
Anyways, I am angry people. Thanks for listening and thanks for having me. Thank you so much, because these sessions really matter to us. You know, we really appreciate people that still give, you know, an opportunity to people like us to reach out to people, because the world is huge. You know?
Oh,
And
man.
if we got like 2 people or 3 or 20 or 10,000, that matters to us. You know?
It's enough,
really,
right?
really matters. Yes. Thank you so much, man, for having us.
Thank you. And you call me ma'am the entire show. And I'm thinking,
It's really for you, you know.
my God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
And I'm
Tim.
really hard on guys.
Is it?
On women, I have to be a gentleman.
Let me play this song just to bid you a farewell.
Please. Yeah.
They told us they were playing some more radio. Within the 619 and Rey Mysterio. Can you help us hear what they be telling us? Wait a minute, hold up, what is all of this you telling